guys, welcome to Simshire. Today I'm just going to take you through how I build a house. And we're just going to start with my speed build I made. It's of a pottery studio slash house for the new pack Businesses and Hobbies. And I did this with base game and just Businesses and Hobbies. So I was struggling here without all the packs. I really wanted to use some of the items that I have with the other packs, but I was like, dang it, I don't have it. So I had to settle with what I had. But I'll take you through on how I build. So I usually I take a look around the world and I try to gauge what the style is. And I think this style is Scandinavian. I think that's what they based the town off of. I can't remember, but that's probably what I looked up. I just found a house on like Pinterest or just like the regular web, and it was just like of a shop front vibes with like on the bottom, and then on the top it was more like a little bit tucked in. So here I'm just trying to get the shape the way I want it, and I think I make it bigger a little bit because the top ended up being too small for what I wanted. So I had to make the bottom bigger, and so the top got bigger as well. And so that's how I usually like start the build. And then I just take a look around the world, and since I'm in the new world, I'm filtering, like I said earlier, I'm just using the new Businesses and Hobbies and base game, so I'm filtering by that pack, and I'm getting all the pieces from there. That wallpaper is all from Businesses and Hobbies, and as you can see, I think it's starting to blend in my opinion. I think it is, but you'll have to tell me down below if you think it's blending in or not. But yeah, I just start using bits and bobs from the pieces around the world and try to make it look better. And then if you think it doesn't look good, like in the beginning, you're like, it's kind of missing something. It's usually like for me, if it doesn't have those like what are they called, freezes, those white things around the middle of the building, it kind of just finishes it off for me, in my opinion. It makes it just look a little cleaner and makes it a little bit more put together. And I actually don't end up keeping that fence. I was trying to make it work to have like a walk around, and it didn't work. I ended up bringing that whole roof in and deleting the fence. That was sad. And you'll see me messing the roof up multiple times. I redid this roof like 5 times because every time I spun around, the roof was at a different height, and I kept having to fix it. My bad. And I don't know what's going on with this green roof and pink building. I think yep, there I go, fixed it. I'm green all the way, but it kind of looks lime yellow. Yeah. So you see me throwing my camera around. That's me throwing it around in frustration that I don't like these windows indoors, but I'm gonna use them. I was really trying to match, but some of the I tried to get it. I thought these were the same swatch, but they're not. When I put them together, they were clearly not the same swatch, and I was like, wait, I'm using different windows, so I had to change them, and I was mad. And then I was up to this point, and I was like, now I need to change this because this doesn't go, and I was like, wow. So don't be afraid to delete everything. That's what I do. I have to start over multiple times. And I use that pavement right there. I thought it blended in well, but later on I deleted it because I thought it looked too like clean and perfect. If you think your build is like it looks too generic, you just need to add some like imperfections, I guess. So like I deleted that all and put gravel down instead, and I did some terrain paint and made it look a little bit like messier and more like lived in, I guess. And here I am still at the windows. This took me ages to figure out how I was going to do the windows. I don't do the interior, like the wall first, because I usually like to do perfect windows first, and then I make my walls around my windows, or I shift the windows a little bit, just a little bit, to fit the walls I've made. And you know, those like little balcony things, I've never used those a day in my life until today. That was a first time for me, but I think they look cute how I use them. It was actually from the inspo pic. They had like little balconies on all their windows. So I was like, all right, I'll do the balconies too. I don't think anybody else had balconies around me. I don't think I remember seeing any. But right now, like, you see how that roof was like a little bit weird? Once I put the trim on, it looked a little way better. So trims and like little extra pieces like for the windows truly make the build, in my opinion. They make it seem like more, I don't know, they just make it seem more real. And here I go struggling with the fence. There's no fence I liked. I was struggling hardcore. I kept switching. And then I found a brown one. That one I end up using there. It doesn't look good in my opinion, but I still kept it because I wanted a fence there. And then I couldn't find a matching gate, but the one it's like slightly off. I think it is the matching gate, but the color is slightly off in my opinion. I don't know, you tell me if that's the same color. I don't think it is. You see me go through every single swatch, every single gate, and I'm like, what the heck? Where is the gate? There is none. And maybe I didn't. I don't know. It seemed to glitch a little. I'll have to check. Whoops. But I put like a little border using another fence with that, like, that stuff there. And that's just for like, I'm trying to make like a parking lot, I guess. I don't know. That's what I was trying to do. And then again with the train and everything, you want to look around the world to see what kind of trees they have. This is the tree, I think, but it's slightly different, but I swear it's the same tree. Theirs looks a little darker, but I think it's the same tree. It might be the lighting of the shadows here. And then now I'm just making like little flower beds and stuff. And then once you go back in and add that terrain paint, it makes it a little bit more real-ish. I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say, but I think it looks better. And then if you just keep layering and layering and layering, it just looks good. It doesn't matter if it's like neat. You just need to keep layering. Multiple layers make it look better. There's my gravel going in. And then if you leave it like a little bit like patchy and spotty and go back in with like grass or like dirt even, it'll make it look a little less clean. That's what I did. And then I actually kind of like how the fencing area turned out, but I still don't like the actual fence I used. I don't know what's happening. Okay, and then now I'm just placing about bits and bobs of random stuff to make it look like it's been somewhat taken care of, but somewhat not. I don't know. Maybe they put them there. I don't know. There's broken pieces. They just covered it up with plants. That's my reasoning. And then if you don't know, because I keep layering stuff here and I'm moving stuff on top of each other, I'm just using cheats. I can't stand the like grid placement. I always alt and then alt place. Everything's on top of each other. I'm using like bb.move, edit cheats is on always. So just layer. And then I usually go back and play test to make sure like the actual playing areas are still accessible and still usable. But a lot of my stuff is like, I put a lot of clutter and a lot of unneeded objects in, but I want to make it like someone's living there, not just a base. But I can do another build that's more like generic that someone's just moved into, but this one I went all out. It cost like 80 grand by the end of this. My bad. I was like, maybe I'll do like a little starter build, and then I kept adding stuff and it was no longer a starter build. Okay, now I'm in the inside. Usually I get started with the inside. I usually just do the main floors and walls the first time, and then I usually just bring in what I have outside. All I did was bring in all the bricks, and then I picked like a like not a grungy, but like older kind of type of flooring. And then I thought this was fun. I put those tiles on the roof just, you know, for funsies, but you can delete them. It'll save you a couple extra bucks. trying to choose stairs here. I was trying to find like a right match. All the new ones were like really modern, so they don't fit. This is more like an older style build. Like I said in the beginning, this is supposed to be a pottery studio. Yeah, pottery studio. And I kind of based it off of the ones I've taken. They usually have like a bunch of wheels, and there's like a bunch of like shelving in like the middle of the room, and then ours is kind of like divided. So there's wheels on each side, shelving on each side, and then there's like wedging tables and a bunch of like table space. But you'll see me struggle later on. I was like, what the heck? How am I supposed to fit all this in here? I was trying to make it a shop and a pottery studio, but I didn't have enough space. But I do end up using the selling shelves. Maybe that's what they are. But I use those, but in my mind they're just shelving units because I couldn't find any regular shelving units between base game and this pack. They didn't have any. I think the ones I was thinking of using were in Get to Work, maybe. I think those are the ones I wanted to use. But I just used base game and this pack. But it still turned out cute and good. And then you'll see me adjusting the windows like just a tiny bit just to accommodate like what's there. Like these stairs, sometimes it's a little bit in there, but sometimes you just have to ignore like that rail sticking through the window. Just ignore it. I don't see it, you do. I don't. Okay, and then I'm just getting the layout done. So this bottom floor is going to be the main class area, and then I'm thinking that backspace there, I changed it a little. I thought it was going to be an employee room, but now it's the kiln room. It's just going to have one glaze place there with the little baker kiln, the kiln thing in there. And just the like random like decor objects, but I only have that one object that's usable back there. It ended up being that room, and I opened up that space because the door is a little bit cut off, so I opened it up and I closed in the steps to so you're able to like technically lock it so nobody comes up into that space, so you can make it public or residential. And then like in that corner, I don't know if I swung by it yet, but that's the bathroom. And here's me struggling. I'm like, wow, there's so many objects and they're so big. I try to go for like this uniform classroom style, and I'm like, no, I can't do this. I think I even paused the recording so I could figure it out. It was taking me ages. Look at my camera. I'm angry. Okay, this is what I end up going with. Like this, all the tables pushed to the side. And then I kind of make them like off center a little bit. I feel like that kind of makes it feel like someone's like moved it or shoved it. That's what we usually do. Like sometimes the wheels randomly break because the wheel, like a little the pedal needs like replacing or needs like a screw tighten. So we usually just shove the one that's not working off the side. And there's the selling, what are these called? Displays. Selling displays, but I'm thinking they are like shelves you would put your pottery done on to like save it for later. That's what we do. We each have our own shelves. And then like I did like mismatched chairs, and I was going for like an eclectic style. She's just like collecting all these chairs and she's doing that. But and I try to make everything like a little bit off to the side, not quite in place. And then if you, I don't know, did I do it here? Oh, I use a lot of cheats. So right here I'm trying to get that whiteboard in the wall to make it seem like it's just a whiteboard hanging up, but the wheels are too big and they stick out to the stairs, so I couldn't do it. But I just use, what did I use? I think it's 9, the 9, you raise it with shift 9 and lower it with shift 0, and you can make an item go up and down. And then that's how you use that. But if you want to place it on something, like say, like you know how object has so many slots on it, you can only place like 1 or 2. I never place 1 or 2 objects. I usually place like 5 or 10. I'm a little much. I take the object away from the spot I want it to be, and then I raise up the object, or I might show it later on, but I'll place the object on the table out of the spot, and then I will just take it off the table and then move it over. It probably doesn't make any sense. I'll have to keep watch for when I do it. And right here, I'm trying to make a closet because I felt like people needed a space for their, like, jackets. I don't know. So it's just a fake closet. And I just used a half wall. And I was trying to cover up that space with weird blocks, but I didn't do that. I just put a couple random clutter up there. It looks okay. It's not my best work. Yeah, I tried those boxes. They didn't work. And I'm just, if you see me doing that, I'm sizing them up and sizing them down. You can do that with the bracket keys. Shift bracket. And there you go again. Yeah. And I don't know why it took me so long, but I left this all brick for ages. I did not change the wallpaper until like the very end. That was my bad. I think I forgot about it. And there I go. Yeah, I opened up the other space and I made the door into the stairwell. It's not much of a stairwell. It's a very oh, here I go. Here's what I mean when I say alt lift. And I'm just lifting it there and placing it. And then there I go. Let's see if I do it again. Nope. I am changing the lights. These new lights didn't have any lighting to them, but I still used them. And you can layer lights. And I used the, like, you know, the saucer lights. They're very bright. I used them in the beginning to provide light. And I just sized the saucers down and put it inside the light that didn't work. There I go, right there. And then I just sized it down so you couldn't really see it. That you can still, like, click on it. It's like a pin drop on the screen. But if you look very closely, you can get rid of it. And there I go, I do it every time because these lights suck for some reason and they don't provide any light. And the way I decorate is, like, I'm thinking of a specific person. So I'm thinking of, like, a person who likes gnomes. I have gnomes everywhere. In the end, I put that gnome mural up and I was like, maybe they like gnomes, and so I just put them everywhere. And I just decorate how I think the person who would live there would decorate. And I was really struggling with my rug options. I was like, I know a studio wouldn't really have rugs, but the space needed something. It just needed something. And I tried really hard to make these curtains work. They didn't. I put them up, took them right back down. I said, wow, these are not it. And then I fixed these windows about 15 times. I don't know what I was looking at, but these windows were all out of line. I went back up and I was like, wait, I'm missing windows here. These are out of line here. What happened? I was just imagining that I did it correctly. I don't know. And then, yeah, so this became like the kiln room with like a chair and a stool, and it's just to use the kiln. That's it. I was trying to make a stack of stools, but it didn't really work out for me. So I took them away. There you go. Yeah, I just put a bunch of decor in here. Hopefully nothing's in the way. I think I tested it. It seemed okay to me, but I didn't play through like a business. But you have all the business objects. So there I go, raising everything up again just to fit it on there. Because if you place it inside, the customers will actually take and buy those objects. Okay. And then I was thinking, like, with my decor, like, with the studio I go to, there's a bunch of like art and posters of encouragement and like learning posters and like sample pottery posters. So pretend that's what these posters are instead of the random ones that they are. And I just thought the the chalk markings were cute. And this here, I was trying to make more space so when you walk by, it wouldn't be that in the way. I was shoving it in the wall. So I was just alt placing it until it went directly into the wall, and I kept checking the other side to see if it would stick out. This here, I was so angry. They must have did something. Before, you could like tuck chairs under a table without it like doing anything, but now they auto click in. Like they click in before, but they didn't like stay like they were right here. So I had to put like 20 chairs down before I could do what I wanted. So I'm just tucking these chairs in, so I don't want you to really use those chairs, but you can pull them back out. I just wanted them there for the decor. And I'm pretending these, what are these? These are the tattoo bottles. I'm pretending this is glazing bottles. So just pretend, okay? There wasn't a lot of ceramic decor items, except for like the one right in front of the unicorn there. That was it. And I need the clutter. And here I'm doing it outside, and I didn't put much out here. I just put like those bikes and then a table and then some more what's it called? I can't remember. Landscaping. There you go. I can speak now. And yeah, that's all I put out here. I didn't think I needed much. Some planter boxes. That's it. And yeah, I just tried to think of what they could use, and I was like, this is good enough. And then, like I said earlier, I just used layers over top of each other just to make it look good. And oh, there goes my gnomes. I thought they were cute. I love this. So yeah, I just pick like a personality and style it after. And I think that's what you just have to do to like kind of design. And if you get like an inspo pick going, you can really run with it, or you can just like base the color off of it. Get like 5 inspo picks, and you can take a little piece from each one. And then if you only have the front, base the front off the back. You know what I mean? Just flip flop it. This is the tiniest bathroom ever, but that's all. That's the room I had. And I think I'm just putting more last minute decor items in. I think I used every base game object in here. I really tried to squeeze everything in. Here I'm doing the wallpaper. I think I just used the same that I used outside, actually. I go back to the bathroom and put more tiles in, because I forgot that it was a bathroom. And there I am. I'm just using most of the business and hobbies stuff. I'm trying to use as many objects as I can. And I'm just carrying the green all the way up, because technically it's a staircase there, and if you look down, you can see all the way down there into that one hall that has the green, so you have to carry it, or it just looks weird, in my opinion. And I really didn't like my friggin' stove options either. I was sad. I mean, I like the fridge, but I felt like the stove was a bit much with the logs underneath. And I do, yep, you'll see me adjusting all the windows like 50 times because it kept slipping into my counters and it was annoying me. So there I go. And this is, yeah, these counters are base game. I don't think I've ever used these. Nope. I'm using a lot of new things today. And I did do a little bit of counters. What are these? Cabinets? And it's alright. It's not my best work. It's alright. It's not my best. There I go again, raising the windows. I basically just freehand. That's probably why my windows got messed up. Everything's wrong. Every time I shake my camera, that was me complaining about what I have. I was really having a hard time choosing. And this space was so it was awkward. I fit the tables and a couch and a TV, and it was just awkward. I don't know. I don't really like the kitchen area, but it got the job done. It's okay. Like I say, it's not my best work. Um, I'm just squeezing. Ooh, I must. I don't know what happened, but whatever. I fixed it. I fixed it. I actually do love that like little table thing. Oh, here's what I mean earlier. I place it on the table and then I move it off of it where I actually want the object. So it's like more in the way I want it instead of raising it with the 9 and lowering it with the 0. But some objects still don't fit on there, so I have to do it separately. And isn't that cute? So yeah, I fit like 15 clutter items on one object instead of the 2 slots they give you. Whoop, whoops. And yeah, I'm just doing some appliances. I think that's it for this room. I think I'm going upstairs for a little bit. I'm just raising, yeah, I think I'm just putting decor clutter objects. I'm just raising the 9 again. I love clutter. It just makes it look more lived in and it has a better vibe. I hate empty rooms. I don't like it. And that plant is actually from Cottage Living. I had to take that out. I didn't realize it until the end. I was like, what do you mean it's not base game? That was the only mess up. I still try with the curtains. I don't do any curtains except for in the bathroom. That was the only spot I put curtains in because I didn't think they really. I didn't like any of the curtains. They were ugly. Ooh, and if you haven't seen any like Let's Plays or anything, that cookbook is actually functional and so cool. You can make like family recipes, and it's so cool. You could put special ingredients in there, maybe even a little trash fruit. I don't know. I don't know who would do that. That's I don't know who would do that, but you can do it. Yep, still decoring. Now I'm upstairs. I broke it up with a little floral. I usually, whenever I do like the walls, I usually do like a feature wall, or I carry the wallpaper from outside to inside. That's usually what I do. Or I pick like one object and I base the whole look and feel off of that one object. That's usually what I do. And like I said earlier, I place everything a little off center so it's not perfectly in line. I don't like that look. I have no clutter objects, so I stacked a bunch of books in a random pillow. It's okay. It's good. It's okay. Yeah, I think this is basically it. And then after this, I just do the bathroom real quick and a little bit more landscaping maybe outside. Oh, I remember. I did. I tried to anyway. I don't think it looks very good, but I left it in there. I tried to do like car parking spots, but there's no like marker I can use except for you can go and debug, but I didn't feel like looking for it. So I just used a bunch of rocks. Oh, I'm complaining again about something. I shook my camera. Oh, I forgot the dresser and I had to move that. That's why. But yeah, I made parking spots outside and they don't look that good, but I left them there. Delete them if you don't want them. And I was just doing this build for funsies because I haven't done any of the pottery stuff yet. I have my other build. It's a combo of a laundromat and I'm blanking. Wow. A laundromat, a bakery, and a tattoo studio. Wow. And I made like a huge lot, so that took me ages, but I had fun. I just built it, but My Sims, I'm doing a rags to riches for it. My Sims do not have enough money to buy it yet. It costs a lot of money. It is like maybe the whole lot had to be, I don't know, 300,000. I don't know. It was up there. A whole lot. But they have the shell of it, so all they have to do is buy the furnishing. And I thought this was so cute for some reason. That stool with the little towels, so cute. My best work. And this took my soul away. The window kept clipping into the curtain, my one curtain, so I had to delete all the walls. Yeah, if you ever have a problem with curtains, just delete the wall, and you can bring the curtain in however you want, and it won't clip, or you can like raise it and lower it the way you want it without the wall there, because otherwise it'll keep um snapping to it. And then you can mess with it with the alt key a little. That's what I did there. I didn't move the wall again. But sometimes it'll just keep snapping and it won't let you do it. And then I think I just put a bunch of paintings up. Yeah, that's it. And then I've been doing this lately. It's a habit now. I've been not leaning. I'm putting the paintings like layered on the wall right there to make it look like they're leaning against each other, not hung up. I like it, but it's not perfect. Yeah, sometimes it won't let you, even if you don't have the wall there. It's like disappearing somewhere, I don't know. But it was good enough for me. Pretty much done, I think. Yep. I'm giving you a quick 360, fixing some things I deleted. And here I am. I found a marker, but it wasn't base game. I was highly upset. And I'm just sizing up the toy cars. Only 2 of them look like okay-ish if you size them up. The other ones look very bad. But this isn't a very good parking spot because this is very small. And it looks like you shouldn't be able to park in here. But I put these cars in here anyway. And those dirt spots are supposed to be my parking lots. I don't know. Here I am grabbing random objects hoping they work. Me trying to look up. I was about to use that light, but I was like, no, put it back, put it back. But yeah, all the markers are in the different packs. And yeah, I think I just ended up using regular rocks with alt placement and then just layering them. They're not the best, they're not the worst, it's okay. And then I think that's pretty much it for this. Yeah. That is how I built. So, number 1 tips, base it off of the world you're in. Grab the terrain and like the foliage from the buildings next to you. Use the pack, or yeah, use like the pack that the world you're in of. And then just like pick a certain item to base your rooms off of. And you can like go from there. If you pick one item, and you can just make a whole room around one item. Me with the gnomes. And then whoop, and then that's it. Thank you for watching. If you have any other suggestions, feedback, comments, please note them down below. And if you want this build for yourself, you can download it on my gallery at Simshire. See you next time.